Hello everybody and welcome back. Thank you ever so very much for joining me. I am Cal Christo and this is the Once More with Feeling campaign in Black Ice this time. Hopefully I won't accidentally hit the stop recording button. So we are stabilizing the front line with the Soviet Union while we deal with the supply situation amongst other things. We're building these radars way back here, which of course are now somewhat redundant. So we're only going to build one level of those. And then we're going to engage in a building project that will end the Soviet Union. We're going to build supply depots all the way along the front. You can only have one supply depot active in an area at any one time, so we'll go there, there, and there. We're also going to engage in a little bit of infrastructure construction all the way along the front. We want level 6 all the way along. Oops. Good. And good, and that connects into this highway we have coming in from Berlin. That shouldn't take long. After this, I'm going to engage in a continuous focus. Construction engineering, give me a nice bonus. We do use some consumer good factories to do it, but it means we can build real fast. But before we do any of that building, we are first going to fix anything critical in this list. So let's get to that. Because this damaged infrastructure will be playing merry hell with my supply lines. So let's fix it up, shall we? There we go. Good. Apart from that, we're going to focus on this front, stabilizing down here. Looks like we were slightly over-optimistic in our my attack orders. So let's see what we can do to rectify this somewhat shabby front line. Looks like we will be able to rectify it without too much trouble, but still, it's worth doing. We also need some new military police setup. Oh yes, and once this, because this is the fun part, once all that supply situation is established, what are we going to do? Well, let me tell you. Well, first thing, I'm tempted to try using a field marshal frontline. Like, you army, go under this guy. No, not like that. All of your men, go here. What are these guys? All right, they're my Indian hold-offs. Good. So we have managed to stabilize the situation on the Indian front. Push in a little bit. We've got some supply disasters down here. Yeah, understandable. We'll try and fix that. Well, we don't need this part of Iran, do we? Which is the bit of Iran I actually care about? Where's my freaking... There it is. I do want to keep this state, ideally. But, like, I'm not going to attack the Soviets from here. So, we maybe would be better off falling back into this area, because the supply here is just so trash. And yeah, we don't care really about this state. So, okay, new guys that have arrived. No, not modals, the new guys. New front line. Here. It's all mountains, almost. And it's in the nicer supply zone. Let's do that. And then I'm going to steal some of Modal's guys to back it up to all of Modal's guys on this front, in fact. Alright, new guys, stop your attacks. Garrisons, fall back from Eastern Iran. There's no point fighting over useless territory that, you know, gives us nothing but attrition and pain. So, let's just not. You guys can switch over here. Now, why did I do all that? Because I think maybe I'm going to try using a field marshal frontline, which I never normally do. Sorry, so first off, just delete all the orders. Give me a field marshal frontline, like this. And let's see if the field marshal frontlines are any good at all. First off, has it put the armies in the right order? It has. That's great. That's very good news. And you're still getting a planning bonus on this front line and all that. Okay. So now, Panzers, now the front line has stabilized, like we've got infantry all the way along the front line, right? No, we don't have any infantry up yet. Once the infantry are all the way along the front line, I will be pulling the Panzers off so we don't suffer unnecessary attrition because of supply. And then we'll do the planning. First off, decision. 2 days to update the damn Enigma codebooks. Glad I spotted that. Oh, we've got We Fight United available again. Cool. Okay, we'll just focus on here for a minute while we push to our original objectives in the region. Very glad, of course, that we managed to get that oil secured in our grasp. Push in here. Maybe we can go for a pocket. Pushing there and there. Good. There's that. Let's go, I suppose, repair first. And do that construction repair. No downsides on the construction repair, that's nice. Oh, and it costs no political power. So I should be gaining a fair amount. No, I'm losing some. Our occupations are becoming rather expensive. Ah, because it is costing construction. It's costing 0.8. It's just showing 0 for some reason.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Well supported attack on that tile, please. And planes could definitely be better deployed, and they should have ground crews. Go to the right here. God, that's just trash. Range. But now we have green air, probably because of this, mostly because of the extra ground crews. Pushing in there successfully. Go there instead then. Actually didn't make that one. Go for the encirclement then. Try and push in here. We are slowly breaking them there. In that spot. Good. Now, infantry all the way along the front. Very nearly. So, tanks. Go ahead, delete all your orders. You don't even have any. Let's have you fall back to this. You don't even need to fall back that far, though, do you? Freaking supply. There we go. You need you to fall back like this. There we go. Good. And also, we are, of course, going to need to suppress in here because we do not need any infrastructure sabotage taking place. So 1, 2, 3, and I'm pretty sure the Soviets will have ideas and stuff that will drive it up. Yeah, Union of Soviet Socialist Republics gives growth rate here. Just need one more there then. That's fine. We can still bring it. We'll be able to bring it under control with minimal manpower spending. And our manpower situation is thoroughly stabilized now. Wow, 6 growth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 12, right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Here, we've got another 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And here. 2, 3, 4, 6, 1. And here. We need more than that. Okay. Well, here's 1. Didn't I have more on the way? Have I already deployed? I'd already deployed them. Alright, more garrisons. Remember not to click this button too much. We're going to need a crap ton more military police to keep the Soviets in line. It's a significant manpower expense, don't get me wrong. Perhaps some of these lads are called for. Let's bring them up. We're no longer deploying to Nuremberg because we know we're going to need them on the east, so we might as well start with them over here near Krakow. Seems good. There's another 24 infantry coming out. No problem with increasing that a bit, though we don't need a huge number more infantry, honestly. Okay. So, tanks pull back from the front. That will stabilize. But now, fun part, the actual tank plans. So what are we going to do to simultaneously wipe out the entire Soviet army on our front? It sounds pretty optimistic, right? Sounds highly aggressive. Actually, highly doable. What we're going to do is we're going to go from here, and we're going to very rapidly push up here, going on the right side of that. That will annihilate this section here. Very easily. Very, very easily. They'll go up here, and then immediately turn on their heel and cut along the coastline, while there's a simultaneous full frontal infantry advance from the south. Then, there will be an advance in 3 places. Here to here, going along this river, using it essentially as protection. Then here, just north of the marshes, the Priep marshes. Good lord. And then here, just south of those my freaking lord, marshes. Like that, and then they will meet heading along their respective rivers, like that. Just using this river to cover themselves. These guys will do something very similar. Oops. By cutting south from here, again using this river to cover themselves, and then in south, this will be a large offensive, which will then just roll south like this, pocketing the whole area, and thus we will encircle and destroy, I would guess, half, honestly, realistically, because some of them will fall back successfully. But I think we will successfully encircle and destroy half the Soviet divisions on this front, if we pull that off properly. So, let's get to it. Planes, you have done a superb job. Just a fantastic job. I'm going to need you all to cease flying for a minute. Well, actually, we have a plane advantage, don't we? So the fighters can continue flying. The rest should stop. Because it's just a waste of fuel. But without the CAS in the air, we're probably going to reach even fuel equilibrium. Not quite. Close, though. And obviously the oil fields in Baku, the rate we're managing to exploit them is only increasing. I think I can only fit 2 more into his army. Where are the rest of your mountaineers? Oh, they're all just falling back. Right. Well, let's bring in all the mountaineers. With some haste. And you guys still over here. We don't need 2 mountaineer armies here, really. Let's simplify things. Kill these front lines. Okay, now, big mountaineer army. You, I think, are going to be enough to hold this. And you, obviously, your next step, if you were to advance, not that they're going to advance for a while, I don't think, would be up here to the banks of, I'm not sure what either of these rivers are called, to be honest, to my shame. Meanwhile, the other 2 of you just go generally on the front for now, but I think I'm likely to pull you back very shortly. Okay. Glorious. I think these tank offensives will probably go off without a hitch. I could do with some more tank panzers in order to pull them off most trivially. I have the panzers. Good God. Do I? Oh my freaking God. Yeah, we have the panzers to deploy quite a few more panzer divisions. Okay, well, let's get them training. Another decision. Oh, is it the code books? I'm sorry. I'm going off on the codes, but they really, it's just, I mean, I think criticism can be harsh, but fair and effective. It's such an obvious bad decision to have to press that. Like, it's not like a subtle problem with the design. It's just obviously dumb to have you press that button over and over again. I will try to moan less. Another decision available. Unemployment and then cause. Well, unemployment I think I do want, because that's stability for consumer goods. Yes. Cause, I don't give a toss about any of those, or any of these. I'm quite happy to just own it all myself. Yes, it costs some manpower and military police. I don't mind. So we've got some supply situations down here still. But once the infrastructure is repaired, we're going to start getting in a much better situation on that front. Up here, we're still struggling heavily. We've got the men who are going to begin to sort that, at least en route. Some of them are not willing to go to their orders, though. So I better make sure I oblige them to do so. Good. Is that all of you guys moving? No. Where else? Which ones did I miss?
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
No. Warsaw's full.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Up here, probably. Yeah.
Ausrücken.
I know there's bad supply. We're working on it. I need those guys to press because they're making the supply even worse. I'm going to focus on light artillery for now because we have a lot of light artillery. Okay, things are sorted here. Let's go for that. Finishing off that pocket. Bring some infantry down. Assist. Drive them back. And then straight on to the front line. Good. And that's going to be our front line here for a while.
Angetreten.
Again, so we'll be up here.
Angetreten.
That'll be grand. Okay, here. I think this is a good new front line. You guys aren't going to be needed, so you know what. Good. The air situation, it's not superb over many parts of the front line. Let's spread these fighters a little bit. You guys have good range. You guys don't. So why don't you come and fight here? Same with you. On there. We'll need extra ground crews. Oh, we don't have ground crews here. What happened to all my extra ground crews? Sorry, I already had extra ground crews in these regions. I guess spending it on the code books put me under or something, and then they all got turned off. I don't know. There's portable fuel cans, that's great. Could definitely do with more Luftwaffe doctrine. Let's do some of that now we've got some tech points for it. We could also deploy some more fighters. Right freaking one. Here we go. Let's deploy to Warsaw. Yeah, we have some good fighters available. 5. Well, those are medium fighters, I'd call them. These might be the good ones, though. Another 500 of them. Well, we got a lot more fighters that we're going to be able to put in the air. This is great. And same with Cass. Nice. Yeah, we're going to start taking dominance over the skies with these guys. I mean, the fuel use is going to go up, shall we say. But that's something we are just going to have to live with. Yeah, it should be down here. Trying to keep the situation under control there. Cass. Good. Down here is the main problem. Oh, we're way overstacked here. Whoops. Well, the Cass can fall back because they're not being used. Yeah, that's immediately stabilizing the situation. Nice. Repairs still ongoing. Of course, once we get the supply situation sorted on the front, we're going to be in much better position in the air. Out of supply air bases are they're not exactly superb at their job. Yeah, really tough to push into the... they're getting stronger. Have they got some bonuses now? Yeah, country plus 28%. So what is that? Have you got a... Comrades, citizens, brothers and sisters. They get factory recovery rate, more people pop, more division organization. Also got Trotskyists Unite level 1. Red Army rebuilds. They're still having problems on that. And the Great Patriotic War is giving them their 10% for some reason. Wow, they're at Motivated Industry level 7. They've been spending a lot of political power on that. We've been having to use just to keep our freaking country stable. In the meantime, one of you grab that province. Okay, so you are in supply hell here. So we're going to pull off Modal's troops into the next supply zone down. We might even just pull back to the next supply zone down with everyone. But no, once we repair the infrastructure here, it won't be so bad. Good. Pushing in there successfully, we are. Okay. And yeah, once these guys get out of there, we should be good. Modal, that should be all of them. This one, just so you know. Good. The extra guys can also fall back.
Ausrücken! Ausrücken!
While you can move in to fill the gaps. Excellent. Ah, my voice has not been great recently. I've only been able to record 1 or 2 episodes at a time.
Abstand halten.
Slowing me down. Yeah, so here we go. I mean, here's the Soviet bonuses beginning to kick in. and cause us problems. I mean, that is... We also don't have any cats deployed right now. That's probably why this is one of the reasons, anyway, why this is going so badly. So how about this? Suddenly, cats. Where are they? Where's my cats? There they are. 24 of them. Come now. There we go. Cats. And that was only one of the groups of cats. Instantly helping a lot. Okay, supply now relatively stable all the way along the front up there. Getting a lot better down here.
Angetreten.
We'll just grab that tile. Where's the rest? Oh, for God's sake, did I leave them? Yeah.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Movement to the front is non-optional. I don't care what you think about the supply. I am your supreme commander. Do as I say. Now, the question is, do we pull off these attacks one by one or simultaneously? And simultaneously would be more fun, obviously. But I don't know if we have the tank power to pull that off right now. Do I need any of these guys down here? Like, this whole region is suppressed, right? You're not going to grow with all the many infantry I have in the region, are you? No. Okay, so all of you guys, let's deploy you over here. Oh, and I completely missed this area. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's suppressed, here's suppressed. It's the front line, so it doesn't need it. Up here needs another hard to tell.
Angetreten.
Oops. I think it was about another... Let's call it 3. The rest of you head to Krakow. We'll see what goes on. There we go. Mostly covered. Ah, this section here looks like. One of those chaps going to Krakow. We can head up here instead.
Ausrücken.
Jolly good. Up here in Norway, things looking pretty stable. We've got nice coastal garrisons.
Bereit.
Where are these guys? Why are you not up here? Why can't you?
Ausrücken. Ausrücken.
Ah, this section is impassable. Wait. You can't go here at all? There's a port here. Okay, I guess that port, that whole section is just inaccessible, but they forgot to remove the port. Okay, fair enough. You do you, I guess. You guys go here and here then instead. Seems fine. Now, where are the other excess? There's some down here, that's okay. Okay, this situation is now fine on supply.
Angetreten.
You guys have got things... Manstein here has got things sorted. Let's give him a mountain position, even though they're not mountaineers, because they're holding a mountain position. And these guys, they are advancing, just extremely slowly. There's the advanced secondary batteries. But I think we're going to keep focusing all our attention on the Soviets for now. Which means, yeah, we should start getting infrastructure construction speed. And we are going to build a bunch against the Soviets.
Angetreten.
Why are you not on this front line?
Vorwärts, Männer.
All your guys should be on this front line. Good.
Ihre
But
Befehle.
movement to the front is non-optional.
Bereit.
Get in there, you fools.
Ausrücken.
I know there's bad supply. Just deal with it.
Bereit zum
For God's
Ausrücken.
sake, I keep forgetting to take this tile. Once we get that tile, that will help, because there's a little bit of supply there. Good. Okay, well, I'm going to call that part there, and I'm going to have to stop recording after only 2 episodes, which is nuts. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. In the next episode, we will stabilize the supply situation on the front. We have almost finished repairing the infrastructure that's going to go a long way to do that. And then we'll probably carry out 2 of these attacks at a time with heavy tank support, so we're able to go deep behind enemy lines like I have these plans for. And should be grand. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.